Congratulations everyone, we did it, and here we are today at Walmart in Meadowvale, and we're starting to make things happen, and we're going to go get ourselves some gift cards and start getting those gifts for the families.
My gold card. Okay, on behalf of Walmart, there you go.
Thank you very much. So here we are in the store, and as you can see, we picked up our gift cards, and now we're here to start making things happen. So if you look around, you know, these are all the presents, you know, and we're seeing all the little cool kids' toys, you know. This is what it's all about, you know. Next week, you know, the children are going to be running down here, you know, and they're going to be able to pick out Christmas presents. And, you know, that's what it's all about. And if you can just imagine, you know, this is where all your donations are going to, and we're going to be helping some great kids. So next, we're going to be going to the hospice offices to show you everyone that, you know, makes this really happen. And we're going to have a discussion with the care coordinators to see where the money is going to be going. So here we are. We on our way to the hospice offices. We just made a just picked up the gift cards from the Walmart store in Meadowvale, and now we're gonna go make things happen. So it's really exciting, you know. After all, like 30 days, you know, here we are actually going out and getting it done. And you know, they've got a few families they'd like us to look at, and you know, I'm gonna make sure the money's going to, you know, the best. Use it to the best of our abilities. You know, a lot of people, you know, we put a belief in this, and you know, I think we can really do something special. So I want to make sure we do it right. Here we are at the Hospice of Peel offices, and why don't you come inside and I'll give you guys a tour of the building. Here we go, here's the building where all the care coordinators, all the organization, and you know, the helping of the people is coordinated. You don't need to hide from the camera. So this is where they have the day program. So what they do is, you know, they have pianos, they have music, they set up activities and kind of a little events for you know, the people that are part in the hospice programs. And as you can see here, here's the case coordinators' offices, as well as the bereavement officer, or the bereavement person that, you know, helps them deal with you know, the end of life experience. And of course, if you want to take a look there, we have our Christmas tree where we're getting in the spirit. Okay, so now we'll go to the other offices. Very important person. She helped me out a lot getting us started. And she's the executive director. And of course, Dave Walker, the guy that helped us out. Okay. So here with Debbie from hospice. She's a case manager. And so Debbie, why don't you tell the people out there a little bit more about what hospice does.
At Hospice of Peel, we provide support in the home with clients and their families and caregivers when they have a life-threatening and terminal illness. We deal with all illnesses, from cancer to ALS to HIV to end-stage heart, kidney, all kinds of diseases, and all ages. So our youngest client is 2 months old, and our oldest is 103. So we work with all types of families, single moms, elderly people, all different populations and cultures, and provide that in-home support. So when people are going through this difficult time in their life, we're putting in a volunteer support, some staff support, spiritual care programs. We have a day hospice program and bereavement support. So we're helping people, guide them through this difficult journey in their life as their life is coming to an end, and supporting their families through that, supporting them through that, and working with the community to provide help at this time.
So going ahead with the Give the Gift of Giving program, how are we going to get this done?
Well, this Gift of Giving program is wonderful. It's a tremendous support for our families, and we're so grateful, the staff and our clients and our volunteers. So now we're going to be choosing the families that are needing the help and needing the support with the gift of giving, and being able to help these families have a very meaningful and maybe their last holiday season or Christmas and whatever their celebrations are with their loved ones. So from here we will present the families with these support and these gifts, and just it'll really make their day and make their year, and it'll be so wonderful for them and such a surprise. We're able to offer them something that they wouldn't have otherwise. So it's going to be terrific.
So in your experiences as a care coordinator, what stories could you tell us about the type of families that would be affected?
We have some very, very deserving families for this gift of giving program that truly need the support. One single mom we're going to help with this program. She's a single mom, and she has a brain tumor and a young daughter, just started high school, and she has no family in Canada and no friends. She's very much alone, and she's on employment insurance, sick benefits, which were supposed to come through back in September but haven't come through yet. So she has had no income, and not able to provide that support, and the gift of giving will just really be so wonderful for them, and it's such a difficult time for them. There's just the two of them and with no income coming in, so it's really going to make a difference. And I have another family with a dad who's very ill. He's only 40, and he's got 2 young children and on very limited disability income as well, and unable to provide any presents or gifts at this time of year for his children. And they're young. They're 9 years old and 13 years old. So it would be quite wonderful for him to be able to give them something that he otherwise never thought he would be able to. And we have another few families with little babies and younger children, and one with a 3-year-old, and another with twins. So that the moms are sick, and a couple of the children are sick as well. So they're really struggling, some of these families, and this will really make a wonderful season for them.
Thank you very much, Debbie. Those stories are really tough. Even as a volunteer, I found that very tough to hear. And I think we're doing a great thing. We've got to keep this going.
I agree. It's wonderful. And we truly, truly appreciate everybody's support and help and donations. It's just been fabulous.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you tell us a couple stories about some of the families that Hospice of Peel helps?
Well, this year there are 2 families of mine that I have in mind to help out and who've accepted the help. And that's the first step, because quite often families are reluctant to take any more assistance, and they feel they absolutely necessarily need. So the 2 families I'm thinking of, both families, they've had a major financial impact this year because the primary income earner was the father in those homes, even though the mother's working as well. And they've lost a lot of their income because dad is too sick to work. So we're talking about young families under 13. So the youngest child would be approximately 6, and the eldest 13 that we're going to help. And these children are so grateful to still have their parents with them. They're very aware of what's happening. And the parents have really done a great job parenting these children through this crisis. So this year we'd like to help them just a little bit and use some of the money that you've raised for hospice, and try to give these little ones a Christmas, because right now I go into the homes and they have their trees up, and you ask if they're getting excited, and they're excited, but the parents have tried to get them ready for a different type of Christmas, where it's not necessarily the gifts they're opening under the tree that they're going to be celebrating. And so these children are just grateful for a year with both parents. And it'll be nice to know that on Christmas morning there are going to be some smiles on faces and some surprises under the tree for them as well, so they can just for one day be kids.